It couldn't get far. Living rap stars. So this song for you. Oh yeah. Game said she couldn't get far. That's what the game said. She couldn't get far. You could have fooled me. She got far. She got 7 million out you. She couldn't get far. She couldn't get far. Yeah, right. She got $7 million out the game. The game lost 7 million to a 304, y'all. Man, like he better not diss nobody else, bro. He can't even make a diss song. Cause, you try to diss me. First thing I'm gonna say is, bro, you lost 7 million. You lost your credit. You got finessed out your bread. Ain't nothing you could say to me. Nothing you could say that could justify a woman getting you for 7 million off a default judgment. 7 million off a default judgment. Ain't nothing you could ever say. Nothing you could ever do to justify you being finessed like that. Couldn't get far. Couldn't get far. Could have fooled me. Could have fooled me, man. What's up? It's your boy Kavion. I'm in the building. KTV. Y'all see the logo? Yeah, that's us. Shout out to y'all. Y'all come into the building. Y'all hit the like. You know what I'm saying? Uh, just got done food shopping. Had to get a lot of stuff. Had a list. A list of stuff I had to get. Let me see. I got the list on. I just came back from food shopping. Yeah. So the list is got a couple of things, man. Cut up stew, cut up chicken for stew. Got chicken drumstick, chicken thighs. Got the flour. Got the rice, the potato. I went for the expert soda, but the expert sodas is the cookies, or I should say crackers that come in a tin can. Try to get that, but their prices are still up. That's $8. I ain't got time for that. Got the coconut milk 4 for $5. Got the wingettes. I got the chips. The chips was on sale. I think 2 for $8, if I'm not mistaken. Got the big bag Dorito joints. Got the chicken tenderloins. Got the chow mein. Got 3 bags of the chow mein. So that's my food shopping list. Finished and done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the food prices. Man, it's crazy, man. You know. You gotta think outside the box, man. You gotta think outside the box. Y'all come into the building, y'all hit the like button. Y'all come into the building, smash up the like. Let me know where y'all from. Tap in with your boy. Shout out to the new subscribers. Shout out to the old subscribers. Shout out to the mods. Shout out to the not mods. And shout out to everybody, man. That's tap in with good energy. So I want around me is good energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my food shopping, and people approach me because I have welcoming energy. But let's not get it twisted. Like I don't want everybody approach me. Before you approach me, I already see your energy, and you know what I mean? So I don't mind building with strangers who approach me or some, elderly ladies, man. I like when old ladies approach me because it shows that I have a welcoming energy. Like I don't give off an aggressive vibe and don't approach me and come on, man. I don't move like that. So when the elderly people could approach me and ask me questions, I respect that because they know what, safety is, and they don't go around crazy people. But if they ask you a question, if it's because you have a welcoming energy. So be grateful you got a welcoming energy that people is willing to talk to you even though they don't know you. They just know your energy is safe. So I got a safe, welcoming energy. Yo, what's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? So anybody could approach me, but I said anybody could approach me, but I don't want everybody to approach me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want everybody to approach me. Yeah, because you know about the crazy people in the world. Y'all hit the like button, y'all come into the building, y'all smash up the like, You know who gonna be first on the like? Let's get them likes up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I just try to give off good energy, man. Positive energy, yo. Because they're gonna judge you anyway. You know, they see me, they're gonna judge me. They think I'm a criminal. They think I'm a thug. They're gonna judge me. So why would I change to, to be look, to look a certain way? Like a lot of people change up to look a certain way. Let me tell you something. You could be in a suit. You could be in a suit. They still gonna judge you, gang. You know what I'm saying? You think the suit is gonna take up? No, bro. You just gotta be you. Everybody in the world is not gonna love you. I'm okay with that. I don't wanna, I don't wanna be friends to everybody in the world. You know, it's impossible. It's impossible to be friends to everybody in this world. I learned that a long time ago. So I just build with my circle. You know what I'm saying? I just build with my circle. I don't know nothing about basketball. Let me guess. You, you like LeBron James. That's who you like, LeBron James. I get it, man. Honest LeBron James fan. You a Lakers fan. I get it. Now tell the truth. You like LeBron James, don't you? Yeah, the good. See, I know it. So the fact that this is an anti-LeBron James channel, I expect the LeBron James enthusiasts to come in here. I expect that. That's my first question. You're a LeBron James fan. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You read between the lines, bro. Yeah, like, I've been knew that. The fact that you talk about basketball shows me that. And I don't like LeBron for nothing. So you're a LeBron James fan. So let me tell you something. Why he didn't make it to the semifinals for 2 years in a row? Why didn't your GOAT make it to the semifinals 2 years in a row? And why is your GOAT the only one that's tarnishing the Lakers' legacy? I'm talking about from Kobe, even Byron Scott, even Wilt Chamberlain. We talking all the greats who came in the Lakers uniform. Pause. Came in the Lakers uniform. That's crazy. That's wild. Pause that. All the greats who wore the Lakers uniform. Magic Johnson. We talking all of them. Even Shaq donned the Lakers uniform. Shaq and Kobe. LeBron James is the worst of them. LeBron James is the worst. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you though, gang. Got chips with 3 different teams. Who couldn't win without Phil? Yeah, but how much of those chips count? Did the last chip for LeBron count in that bubble championship? That bubble arena. Does that count? I just want to hear your answer for that. Does that bubble championship count? Huh? Does that bubble championship in 2020 counts? And if he's a GOAT, why didn't he go back? It's 5 years later. We talking 5 years later. You know what I'm saying? Why he never went back, bro? Why he never got another ring after that? Let me tell you something. He's overrated. He don't got no moves. LeBron James is the bum. LeBron James is too old to keep up with these young bucks. You know what I'm saying? So that's your hero. That's your GOAT. That's your GOAT. Who is gonna never see a semifinals again. They got Luka. They got this. They got all the hype around the Lakers. The Lakers gonna take it this year. We got Luka. We got the pieces to the Lakers dynasty. LeBron James is finally gonna. They didn't even get past the first round, man. They didn't even get past the first round, man. Every superstar has a fallout. Nah, he need to leave out. How about that? Ain't no fallout. He need to leave out. Leave out the NBA. He need to go. He too old, bro. He ain't getting no more rings. And every time you don't make it to the semifinals as a LeBron James, it's your second year. Every time you don't make it there, it knocks off your legacy more and more, bro. it knocks off your legacy more and more, bro. So we can't even take LeBron James serious, bro. Like when it comes to the playoffs, that's when you really see competition, and he got none. LeBron James got no competition for nothing. He can't even compete, bro. He can't even compete with these people, man. Jordan and Kobe became that. Come on, man. You a kid. You already to go. Yeah, you a kid, man. He already did what he need to do. He already did what he had to do. No, he have to retire. That's what a goat would have did. He's not a goat. He's not the goat, bro. He let his team down too much, bro. He got more losses than wins. How about that? Can we argue LeBron James got more losses than wins? Can we argue that? He got more losses than wins. A lot of losses. Le- LeBron James is known for losing, bro. He's a loser. LeBron James is known for losing. That's a team accomplishment, losing. One player doesn't make a team. But when you are the spearhead of that team, when the team falls, you got to take the blame. Same as when the team wins, they're gonna pat him on the back, right? Everybody loves LeBron James when the team win, right? But guess what? He got to take the blame when the team loses too. He can't be one. Nah. The same way you would have got praised for winning. Now, guess what? You got to get scrutinized for losing. Period. You know what I'm saying, and I'm just hitting you with all facts. I'm busting your ass with facts, man. Whoever you are, Charlie, I'm busting Charlie ass with facts. Got the belt, the bow, whipping the facts into him. Boom, boom. Come on, man. Who you playing with, man? One player doesn't make the team. Of course not. But when the team fails, we got to look to somebody to blame. We got to blame somebody. Somebody got to get the blame, bro. You're not going to change. I ain't trying to change your mind. I'm okay with that. You know what we say? You got your own mind. That's why I like this. We could agree to disagree. I'm okay with that. I ain't gonna fight you down for and tell you, you gotta hate LeBron. That ain't my job. My job ain't to convince you to hate him. I'm just telling you facts on why he ain't the great. That's all. My job ain't to convince you nothing. I don't get paid to convince you, bro. I don't get paid to convince you, gang. I get paid to talk on my channel. And that's what I'm doing. And you came in here with this LeBron talk. So I just gotta set you straight. I just gotta set you straight, gang. I ain't here to change nothing. I could care less who you like. But when it comes to LeBron James, I'm gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't he ain't what the media portrays him. And the minute you talk against him, he wanna pull up on you. Stephen A. Smith. Yo, what you say about me? Yo, what you say about me? Yo, what you say about me? Yo, keep my name out your mouth, bro. Yo, keep my name out your mouth. We ain't nothing like a Diddy party. Ain't nothing like a Diddy party. Yeah, man. LeBron James, man, I love them Diddy party. Come on, man. You what? That's your goat? Ain't nothing like a Diddy party? LeBron James co-signing the Diddy parties? Is that your goat? Is that your king? Bro, my goat is, it's never personal. I know it ain't personal, man. It ain't personal. I'm just saying, man. You young, bro. LeBron James could not survive in the 90s. With the 90s Rodman and Jordan and the 90s Kobe, Shaq. LeBron James would never, ever survive. He wouldn't even got no burns, bro. He wouldn't have got no burns in the 90s. I tell you that. He would have been a nobody. LeBron James would have been a nobody in the 90s if he was around. He would have been a nobody, bro. That's where the talents is at. The 90s, early two, like everything now is watered down, bro. Everything is done. We at the end, bro. We at the end. Everything is finished, bro. Everything is finished. The movies, the sports, everything is done, bro. GTA 6, that's the last thing we getting. Before this whole thing blow over, son. It's over. It's over, bro. That's it. You know, that's it, bro. Everybody that need to be a billionaire is already a billionaire. That's it, bro. It's no more. Don't y'all see what's going on? The billionaires are here already. Everything is already coming to an end, bro. You ain't got much longer this thing, man. Ah, you 35? You 35? You said you look older than me? That's a compliment. Cause if you think I'm young, which I'm 43, so I got you by 8 years, Gary. I got you by 8 years. But you think I'm young. I appreciate that. That means I'm doing something right. But I'm 43. How about that? The man said, he said probably older than me. So that means I look young. Thank you. Thank you. I need that. But I'm 43. Way more wisdom than you. Sorry about that, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Just by you making that statement that LeBron James is the GOAT, it shows me that, that you lack intelligence. Respectfully. You know what I mean? That's all that shows me. That man lack intelligence. That man said LeBron James is the GOAT. And that man LeBron James never seen the semifinals since when? When was the last time LeBron James and the Lakers was in the semifinals? Hold up. Let's see. Let's see. When was the last time the Lakers was ever even in the semifinals? And y'all calling him the GOAT? 2023? That's too long. That's too long. I'm gonna make sure of that. I'm gonna make sure of that. Let me see. Conference finals, semifinals. When has it ever been in the finals? When was the last time the Lakers was ever in the conference finals, semifinals, finals, period? When was the last time the Lakers was ever there? Yeah, you're right. 2023. You're right. You got it. 2023. They ain't never going back. 2023 was the last time the Lakers was ever, ever, bro. Braun getting hell no. Braun ain't getting drafted first. Not over MJ. Not over MJ. I tell you that much. Not over MJ. Not over MJ. You wasn't alive. No, you probably was alive. Cause you in your 30s. When MJ was out here doing these crazy layups and these amazing moves. When have LeBron James ever did something crazy? All his moves is basic, man. That man got basic moves. When have LeBron James ever got crazy, bro? When have you been like, oh, you seen that move by LeBron James? Oh, LeBron James is. I never heard that, bro. Enlighten me. Enlighten me. When have LeBron James ever got crazy, bro? Hakeem got drafted. Okay, Hakeem Olajuwon. That's what's up. That's a dream. I mean, that's Olajuwon. But, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, being that, Braun is more athletic, better. Man, you talking about, man? All that better stuff ain't get him nowhere, bro. Yeah, you say all that, but it ain't get him in the semifinals, bro. You know what I mean? It didn't get him no more rings, bro. That man, how many rings LeBron got? Man, he only got like 4 rings, bro. Jordan, Kobe, all the greats got more rings than this guy, man. He got more rings than LeBron. LeBron only got 4 rings, bro. Kobe got 5, and Jordan might have got 6. Man, you crazy. Yo, how many rings LeBron got? Come on, man. He got 4 rings, bro. LeBron got 4 rings. How many rings Kobe got? Come on, man. Kobe got 5 rings. How many rings Jordan got? Jordan got 6 rings. So what we saying? How is you better than these guys? You don't got more rings than these guys. You ain't putting no more burn than these guys. You crazy, man? To think he better than Jordan and Kobe? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They got more rings than you, first of all. You ain't never catching that again. You ain't never catching no 5 and 6 rings. You ain't getting no more rings, bro. You stopping at 4, and rings matter. Rings matter, man. It matters because it shows a perfect year, bro. You know what I mean? You can't claim all of this. You can't claim the king, and you can't wrap up the year with a ring, bro. You gotta wrap it up with a ring, bro. It matters to wrap it up and say, yeah, I got the ring. That matters, bro. I don't want to hear that. You pushing the goalpost. You pushing the goalpost, bro. It does matter. If you the king, you know what I mean? You gotta slay all year, bro. You gotta win perfect games, bro. To be a perfect team, have bragging rights. Yes, it matters. I want that bragging rights all year. I won that ring. I want to talk about that. I want to brag about it. That's why we doing this. Duh. Yeah, rings matter. How you gonna ask if rings matter? Rings don't matter. You crazy, man? Them things matter. That's why they do it for. 5 and 6 rings. But you trying to move the goalposts. I get what you're trying to do, but that don't work here. Rings matter. They matter. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't say rings don't matter. You know what I mean? If LeBron had 10 rings, I guarantee you've been bringing it up. You would have been throwing it in my face. LeBron got 10 rings. He got 10 rings. The fact that he got the fewest rings of the greats, nah, you want to say rings don't matter. If he had 10, it would have mattered. Who you playing with? Listen, I'm sharp. I'm very sharp, bro. You can't let nothing goes over me, gang. But you could try. I appreciate it. But nothing goes over me, gang. Rings does matter. It do matter. Rings matter. Stanley Cups matter. Super Bowl rings. That's what they do it for. What baseball got? Baseball got whatever they got. That's what they do it for, bro. Talking about rings don't matter. Then the Stanley Cup don't matter. Then the Super Bowl ring don't matter. Then nothing matters, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. I've been whipping you with facts all day, man. Whipping you with facts all day, gang. That's what we do here. We're gonna whip you with facts. Whipping that ass. My rings don't matter. You must be nuts, man. My rings don't matter. You crazy, man? You crazy, man? Ask LeBron if rings matter. Ask your king if rings matter. See what LeBron say. He'll say, yeah, they matter, man. I need them rings. You got to be kidding me, man. My rings don't matter. Y'all hear that, man? He said rings don't matter, y'all. That man crazy. He said rings don't matter. You must be nuts, man. You keep bringing up team accomplishments. What are you talking about? Team accomplishments? Bro, ain't no I in team. See, ain't no iron team. That's why LeBron James where he at. Cause you're not a team player. You're only strong as your weakest link, bro. You're only strong as your weakest link. So team does matter, bro. Team accomplishments. It does matter, yo. Cause we gotta win as a team. What, we gonna win as an individual? That's the problem. You separate yourself from the whole team, the whole Lakers franchise. You think just the LeBron James show. When you fight against a whole other team, bro. You yourself trying to take the fight on by yourself. Come on, man. Tell my team don't matter. It does matter. Team matters, man. All that matters. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for being in the building. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all come in here, man. With the Mar Gang. Mar Gang, where y'all at? Y'all enjoying y'all Thursday. Yo, these weeks go by so quick, bro. These days go by so quick. What's today? Thursday? Yeah. That's how quick it goes by, bro. It's already Thursday. Wasn't it just Sunday? I could have swore last week man. They go by so quick, y'all. Try to tell y'all. Before you know it, it'd be 20 years from now. We'd be in 2045? You think 2025 is scary? Imagine 2045 and all the stuff they got, the new technology, the new social medias, and the new youth. You know what I mean? Imagine these things, man. I think about stuff like that, bro. I think about stuff like that. Imagine technology 20 years from now. What they're going to have 20 years from now. What is going to be the new Tesla? Like what's going to be the new smart car? Like how the phones are going to look? Like how the games are going to look? 20 years from now, is GTA 7 going to be out? Stuff like that, bro. I try to think about, and I try to, try to do a little guesswork, see if I'm right, see if I'm wrong, and or see if I'm around. Yeah. See if I'm around and shit. You know what I mean? Oh, back. Yeah, man. What's going on with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? It's already Thursday, tomorrow, Friday already. And we just talking about Friday. Last week, bro, I was just talking about Friday, and here we are again. Just like that. It's Friday again. Tomorrow. That quick. That quick, man. You know what I'm saying? Man. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. Facts. Time keeps on ticking into the future, man. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm like a Yoda. I know a lot, man. I know a lot. But a wise man can play stupid. But a stupid person can never play wise. I'll tell you that. you know? Sometimes it's better. Like, even though you got the right answers sometimes it's better to be, silence says a lot. Silence says more than noise to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? It says more than noise to a certain extent. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. Man, some people say the future is scary, man. You know, whatever it is, man, you gotta embrace it anyway, man. And and this thing here, there's no timeouts, man. There's no timeouts in this game called life, man. It is a game. Everybody's in this game called life. Everybody's on different levels. You know what I'm saying? Different levels of the game called life. No timeouts, no none of that. You gotta lick your wounds, take your L's, because L's is gonna happen. Losses is gonna happen in this thing called life. As long as you try, there's gonna be two outcomes when you try something. You're either gonna succeed or fail. So once you go into trying something with that mindset of I might succeed, pause, I might fail. You go into that mindset, you'll be okay, man. To know it's either gonna be 50-50. You're gonna get it or you don't. You either win or you lose. You know what I'm saying? There's no in between. There's no, oh, I sort of win or I sort of lost. There's no in between, bro. Either you're gonna win, you're gonna lose. Either you're gonna get it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. But like I said, man, this is a sue me era. This is a sue me generation. This is the sue me movement. The Me Too movement. You got the sue me movement. You know, the fan is trying to sue the NFL for $100 million for pain and suffering, just because Shakur didn't get drafted. This is the sue me generation. You know, everybody trying to get a come up, bro. Nobody want to work, bro. It's like working for what you want, working hard for what you want to achieve, bro. It's like that's played out. Everybody trying to just cut corners, man. That look weak to me. That's a weak thing, man. That's a weak thing. You just trying to cut corners and finesse your way to the top. Then when you get finessed, you mad. Like, bro, you can't get mad if you put out that same energy. And then the same energy come back to you. You get finessed. You want to cry and, like, come on, man. Nobody want to work, man. Everybody just want to, you know what I'm saying? They just trying. They trying to get a bag any way they can. Untrustworthy. You want to sue the NFL for what? Pain and suffering because this man didn't get drafted? So you going to sue for $100 million because he didn't get drafted and this and that? And come on, man. Take yourself somewhere. You want to sue this. You want to sue that. Sue. You look at me wrong. I'm suing. Come on, man. That's weak stuff, bro. Lawsuits and all that. That's weak to me. That's weak, bro. Going to the courts and you know, doing all this. I ain't never was taught to handle my business that way. I was never taught to go to the courtrooms and sue this person. I was never taught that way, bro. I don't want your money. I'm not gonna sue you for your money. I don't want your money. I want my own. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my own. How about that? Let me get my own piece of money. $100 million lawsuits, $50 million lawsuits, and judgment for $7 million here. This other dude got to pay child support for $10,000 a month. Man, it's rough, man. It's a rough world, man. If you're a guy and you don't got this figured out, you're gonna learn the hard way, bro. You could lose your money overnight. So you lose your money overnight, bro. You don't got this figured out. So you really gotta strategize, bro. You really gotta plot for, you gotta plot for you, how to keep you safe, bro. Cause ain't nobody got your best interests at heart. Nobody got your best interests at heart, man, when you go out to that world. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Everybody is, it's a dog eat dog world, man. Dog eat dog. They see you, you shining out here, you looking like a snack. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. You out here looking like a snack. They gonna get you, man. You know, you gotta know how to blend in. You know what I'm saying? Blend in with the folk. Y'all don't be blend in with the folk. Y'all wanna come to the hood, look down on people. You wanna show off. You wanna do this. You wanna do everything but show love. You wanna do everything but support. You just wanna throw it in people's face. How much you got. You know, you take your wealth and you just show it. But you don't show no love to nobody. Just kind of show off and let people, you know, people, come on, man. It's a lot of people like that, man. You know, they want to see you messed up. They want to see you starving. They'll eat right in front of you and not offer you nothing. You know, it's people like that, man. They know you hungry. You know, you on the same team. That might be your boy. Your boy know you messed up. Know you ain't got no Andrew right now. You know, he up. He eating right in front of you. Don't offer you nothing. Don't offer you no support. Don't offer you no help. No guidance. He don't put you on. Is that really a friend? Is that really a friend who don't support you, who don't put you on, who will watch you crash out? A lot of people take for granted the good people in their circle. The good people in their circle, y'all take for granted. But the people who treat y'all like crap, the people who disrespect y'all, neglect y'all, y'all bend over backwards to appease them. Y'all bend over backwards to, you know, to make it right with them. The people who don't like you at all, you seek them out. But the people who respect you, the people who care for you, you neglect them. That's backwards, man. That's backwards thinking, man. How are you gonna neglect the people who really care? But the people who don't care, you rocking with. You gotta fix your thinking, bro. They showing you who they are. When people show you who they are, bro, listen, pay attention. They showing you we don't got your best interest. I'm showing you. You still rocking with me? Then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So when people show you who they are, man, pay attention. Pay attention when people show you who they are. Don't be naive out here. Come on, man. That's why a lot of y'all, you know, the ones who got your best interest, man, the ones who really down for you, man, the good people in your corner, you cherish them, bro. You cherish them. Because the crash out, they're going to come a dime a dozen. They're going to be there. There's going to be a million of them. But it's not going to be a million of trustworthy, good friends. It's never going to be that way. You're never going to have a plethora of good friends. It's only going to be a few, probably like 2 or 3. The rest is going to be a waste of time. A waste of time. You don't even want to be around them. Because you're around them, you get into trouble. They kill your vibe. They, you know, they energy vampires. They suck the energy out of you. Y'all really gotta study people, man. And the psychology of how people think, man. You really gotta go into the mind of how people are, man. Because when you study people, then you go out into the world, you see it exactly what you read. It exactly how it was read. That's exactly how this person is acting. Then it blows your mind. You're like, wow, look how this person is acting. It's exactly how I predicted it. Now I know how to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Now you know how to deal with people who act a certain way. Okay, he's programmed this way. So I'm going to deal with him like such. Okay, he's programmed different. I'm going to deal with him like such. Him, her, who. I'm saying, long, learn the psychology of people, man. You know what I'm saying? Learn it. I'm telling you. This a new age of people out here. This ain't the people from the 90s. Nah, bro. It's a whole new generation, a whole new thinking you gotta tap into. I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. Every day is a learning process, gang. You know what I'm saying? Change your whole perspective on life, man. Change your whole perspective on life. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Man, I used to take life for a joke. I ain't gonna lie. I used to take life for a joke. I thought life was a joke. Like, being jokey and, but I was young and carefree. So that's why, you might get a pass when you're younger, carefree, and you taking life for a joke. You might get a pass. But when you get older, man, you get older and life really shows you what it's about. It really changed your mind, bro. It really changed your perspective, bro. When you really see how people are, how evil people could be, it really changed your perspective on how you deal with people. Until you see it, you be like, people could be like that. Yes. People could be, very vicious, bro. I mean, you'd be like, wow, how, Y'all hit the like button. Y'all coming to the building, man. What's up with y'all, gang? Y'all tapping with the realest. What's this? Block words. Okay. You could do a lot of things on this YouTube, man. I'm looking at the stuff. A lot of stuff you could do, gang. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, man. Your true friends, they're gonna, you know, your true friends, man, they're gonna tell you the right things, man, even if it hurts you. Even if it's not in your best interest. That's a true friend, bro. I don't have yes men around me. I don't need you around me. Go yes men somewhere else, man. Go yes men someone else. I don't need that around me, bro. I need true people who could save me from me and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa, bro. I need people who could save me from me. Like Kanye. Now Kanye West got nothing but yes men around him. Nobody to save Kanye from Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. The minute you tell him who he is, guess what he do? Pack your bags, you get the hell away from me. That's how he is. He weed out people who's gonna tell him the truth. And he just keeps nothing but yes men in a circle who's never gonna tell him who he is. Never tell him who he is, bro. Like, yo, you're doing a lot. You need to, you know what I mean? That's yes men in your circle. A lot of people hire yes men to just, just pat them on the back all day. Yes, sir. 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 That's all they care about is yes, sir. Yes, sir. Those ain't true people, man. Your true friends, bro. It's not gonna yes man you to death. Your true friends gonna tell you, yo, you out of pocket, man. I don't care if you got $1 billion. I don't care about the $1 billion, bro. You out of pocket, bro. You moving real wacky. Yo, chill. Relax. You know what I'm saying? That's a true friend. Forget the money. A true friend doesn't care about your money. A true friend cares about your well-being. Only yes men cares about the money. That's why they're gonna yes you to death. A true friend don't care about your money. I'm not gonna yes man you to death. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You need that, man. You need people that's gonna save you from you. Cause that truth is gonna save you from you, bro. And that's gotta be your number two. You gotta keep him close. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. You gotta keep them close, bro. Like, like this game of life, man, I'm giving y'all jewels, man, that I hope y'all really take in the heart, man. I'm giving y'all jewels, man. Life lessons, man. I'm giving y'all things that's gonna save y'all life, gang. Cause I wanna see y'all live. You know, I wanna see y'all prosper. I wanna see you come up like me. Well, that's right. I wanna see you come up like me. Why would a real person, a true to life person, hate on somebody? Real people, true to life people, never gotta hate. We don't gotta hate, bro. We understand how this play out. You know what I'm saying? You up next. You get your shot yet? Your shot ain't come. You get on the sidelines. Figure out the game plan. Life is like basketball. Life is like basketball. You on the court. The court is the schools and all of that. You know what I mean? You on the bench, I should say. You on the bench, which is the schools and all of that. You know what I mean? You get your mind right on the bench. The coach is giving you the play. Now he put you in the game. Now it's up to you to score, be successful, or fill the bucket and not be successful. Life is like basketball. You're either gonna score the bucket with success, you're gonna miss the shot and not be successful. But you don't give up. You're gonna have plenty times to take another shot, and let me tell you something. You're not gonna miss every shot. You're not gonna miss every shot. Shots you're gonna make, shots you're gonna miss. It is what it is. But the ones you make, you better capitalize. Capitalize on your victories, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make make your put your victory wins in overdrive. So that way the losses, it doesn't even matter. The losses don't even phase you. Because the victories sustain over the losses. I'm dropping heavy to y'all, man. Know what I'm saying? Dropping it heavy, man. You know. Cause I wanna see you come up like me. Word up, man. Appreciate the likes, gang. I appreciate every like, man. Every like, I appreciate it. Every subscriber, I appreciate that, bro. I keep it 100 here, bro. Like, ain't nothing gonna be artificial. You know what I mean? Nah, bro. It's just real. I appreciate every like, bro. Every subscriber. Mod gang. You already know what it is, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing, y'all. You know what Biggie said? Being broke at 30 gives the a chills. Being broke at 30 gives you the chills. That's what Biggie said. What about being broke at 40? That gives you frostbites. Sick of mama screaming that get a job. Pressed to the limit, got to rob me. Simple and plain. My man scooped me in the hoopty. Whispered in my ear, this is what we got to do, G. Got the banger, so I could cop a band and drive the hood. Baby mother screaming, your daughter's 12 months. Can't live life slinging rocks or smoking blunts. Hanging with the don't pay the bills. Being broke at 30, give the chills. Man, I see a sweet Vic. You see that? Hell yeah, I see that. Colombian, Dominican, yeah, whatever. Whoever he was, he had it tucked under the leather. 2 G's, 20 G's, 30 G's. I blew it because witnesses we don't need on the road to riches and diamond rings. Hanging with the It's a song I sing. Yo, Derek, what up, my boy? Salute to Derek, man. I see you in here, my boy. Underwrote the riches and diamond rings. Hanging with the is a song I sang. You heard Smokey Robinson? That's what I'm saying, gang. They come for you when they coming for you, bro. Smokey like 80, bro. Smokey Robinson like 80, man. 80-year-old man, bro. They said Smokey and his wife. So what his wife got to do with this? You know what I'm saying? I think Smokey cashed out. I think Smokey cashed out a little something, something. Smokey Robinson. That tarnish it. See, when you type in Smokey Robinson, you know, nothing good comes up. And that man is a legend. So Smokey Robinson speaks out. You heard Derek? Smokey Robinson speaks out by 4 women. Ooh. So he's accused of sexual assault by 4 women now. The last time with Derek, there was only 1. It's 4 now. In a $50 million lawsuit. So Smokey Robinson speaks out after he's accused of sexual assault by 4 women in a $50 million lawsuit. Whew. Man, that's crazy, y'all. Robinson's former housekeeper filed a complaint alleging sexual assault on Tuesday, May 6th. This was recently, too. He briefly addressed allegations, saying he is appalled by the lawsuit. Listen, man, if they coming after Smokey, nobody's safe, bro. Smokey Robinson, like, he the low-key guy. You know, we don't see Smokey Robinson out here in these streets, bro. So when the last time you heard about Smokey Robinson? Now, when you Google him, man, the new stuff come up. These sexual assaults on you, gang. Crazy. Nobody's safe, bro. And I also think Diddy might, yo, Derek is crazy. You know, you said Diddy might self-checkout? Man, listen, yo, if Diddy get found guilty on all them charges, he doing life, gang. They already said it. If we find Diddy guilty on all these charges, you doing life. And the judge try to offer him a plea deal, or the prosecutors try to offer him a plea deal. So if the if life is the main sentence and I'm convicted of all this, if I took a plea deal, y'all gonna hit me with 25 years. Y'all gonna hit me with 20 years. That's the plea. 20 years, you plead out to that, or you get life. You know what I mean? It's no, or you only gonna get 2 years. It don't go from, we give you a plea and it's only gonna be a 2-year sentence with parole or whatever. And none of that. None of that. It's either gonna be 20 years, you take the plea, 20, 25, and you about 50 something now. So 25 years, that's Diddy be out like in his 60s and his 70s if he get parole. But this is a Fed case. The feds don't really do parole. So you got to do like 90% of your time. So he's smart for not taking that plea. Very smart. This is a very serious case, bro. They talking life. Life is on the table. A life sentence is on the table. I'm not taking no plea when a life sentence is on the table, because you going to hit me with 25. I take a plea, I'm doing 25. Now I'm good. I'm going to fight this to the death. Because I'm already in a death sentence anyway. I'm already in a life sentence anyway. I might as well fight the whole thing. Better not take a plea. He had took that plea, he would have to admit guilt. And they would have, I'm telling you, boy, he taking the whole industry down. I don't think Diddy gonna snitch. Like I was talking to my other mod earlier today. Shout out to Stars. Stars said the same thing. He said Diddy might snitch. I don't think Diddy gonna snitch, bro. Nah. Diddy ain't the type to, talk, bro. When has Diddy ever snitched on something? Like, bro, you gotta look at his track record, bro. Diddy taking a lot of things to his grave, bro. It is what it is. Diddy ain't gonna snitch. Suge Knight, he ain't gonna snitch. Suge Knight taking things to his grave, bro. Like, you know, these are the type of men that we dealing with, bro. All cards on the table. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? All cards on the table, bro. I ain't gonna snitch on none of my, because behind the scenes, Jay, Jermaine Dupri, all of them is helping Diddy, bro. Behind the scenes, they're helping Diddy. Diddy got Young Thug's lawyer. Young, a broken man would do. Yeah, trust me. I understand what you're saying, but it's like, I don't know, bro. If that was me, I ain't snitching, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, bro. I mean, it's just not in me, bro. If I go down, I go down, bro. I'm not gonna take down the whole shit just cause I went down, bro. It's not in me, bro. I'm just saying for me personally, bro. If whatever, we both did a crime, and I'm the only one that get caught, I ain't gonna snitch on my other Cody. I'm gonna just take the L. He got away, I didn't. That's how life is, bro. You're not gonna always get away, bro. You might have got away from a lot of stuff. Diddy might have did a lot of stuff that he know. Yo, this is my karma, bro. I ain't gonna take nobody else down, bro. I know I got away with a lot of murders. I got away with robbing people. I got away with finessing. I got away with, jerking people out of millions of dollars. He got away with it for decades. At that point, you got to know, like, it is what it is. You're going to sit, you're going to reflect, and you're going to say, you know, you got to say, like, yo, man, I got away with a lot of stuff, bro. I got away with a lot of stuff, and it is what it is. If I could walk out of this unscathed, I ain't gonna tell nobody, bro, because at the end of the day, I might get out of it. Derek, I'm snitching. Yo, yo, Derek, wow, boy. I don't know. Nah, I can't do it, bro. Cause I know they're helping him behind the scenes, bro. That's why he ain't saying nothing. He still getting help, bro. He getting help, bro. He ain't saying he getting help, bro. He got Young Thug lawyer. He got Jay-Z lawyer giving. Listen, man. That man got the, you know what I mean? Behind the scenes, you think, man. Jay-Z lawyer giving him help. Alex Shapiro, man. He done crushed that other allegation against Jay-Z. He got that out the way. Brian Steele got Young Thug off. So if I could get these two lawyers and my lawyer, we bumping heads and we looking for the weakest link in the prosecution's case, which is the government. We looking for chinks in their armor. That's all. Ain't no honor amongst thieves. That's right. You already know. Ain't no honor amongst thieves, bro. That's why I can't be a criminal, bro. Because I'm big on loyalty. And loyalty is not in the criminal world. It's not in the criminal underworld. I'm big on loyalty, bro. That's why ain't no honor amongst thieves, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a life sentence. 30 years probation. You can't do nothing, man. Like, man, I'd rather that than jail. I'd rather that than jail, my boy. I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. I'd rather 30-year probation than sitting in a jail cell. At least I could still play with these bad things out here. At least I could still touch on these, these nice bitties out here. I'd rather that than me sitting in a prison cell. You gotta lick your wounds. You gotta lick your wounds. Yeah, That's jail mentally, bro. 100%, Derek. You already know, man. We on the same page. We on the same page, man. And then they're gonna try to, people gonna try to trick you out your freedom. Young Thug better be smart. 30 years probation. They're gonna try to trick you out your freedom. If they ain't try already, they're gonna try to get you out of here, get you out your spot, trick you out your freedom, get you back right up in the prison. 30-year probation is crazy. That is crazy, bro. Still hanging with you, yeah, man. Still hanging with Future and Lil Baby. He ain't learn. He don't learn. He's still with them. Especially Lil Baby. He got his own situation going on. Lil Baby got his own situation going on where the feds is prying into him. You know, they trying to link Lil Baby to the murder of 2 kids. Remember his music video that he shot on the ops block? Lil Baby shot a music video on the ops block. They came by and 2 kids lost their life behind it. And they're trying to link that to Lil Baby and, so Lil Baby got his own situation. I would not be, word, man. Listen, man. Word, I understand that, Thugger wanna, he's back free and he wanna be around the rappers and the ambiance. But forget that, bro. Forget that. You don't think they mad that you got off, bro? They ain't happy that you got away. They ain't happy that you beat the charges, bro. Especially on some Fed stuff, Like, seriously. The Feds lost. Did the Feds lose against Young Thug? That's the question. Lose. Because everybody say the Feds always win, right? Let me see. Let me see some. Was this a Fed case? That's what I should say, actually. Was the Young Thug a Fed case? No. It what? It says no, a Fed case. Because if that's the case, the Feds lost. Was Young Thug a federal case? RICO type shit, huh? Feds lost. That's anything. Was Young Thug a federal case? Yeah. Let's look that up. We don't do guesswork, yeah? Okay, so it says no. Young Thug's trial and associated RICO charges were not federal. They were a state trial in Fulton County, Georgia. So it was not a RICO. It was a state trial. Yeah, I was wondering, like, why is the cameras in there? Why is this dragging on? Why is this a kangaroo circus? I'm like, a lot of stuff I've seen inconsistencies with the trial, and I ain't even a lawyer. I'm not even a lawyer, and I see some stuff that was inadmissible, should have been thrown out. you know, it's crazy, man. You learn by watching. You observe and you learn a lot by watching. You could watch and learn and how to, you know what I'm saying? Telling you, man. So that wasn't a Fed case. Now AR Ab is a full 100% RICO. AR Ab, they came for him. AR Ab was a RICO. They let that know. RICO out the gate. They gave him 45 years. AR Ab was convicted and 45 years. How much years AR Ab served already, man? Let's see. AR Ab, man. And with AR Ab situation, it was a snitch in there. It was a snitch. In OBH. Taz. Taz was the snitch that brung down the whole operation. Because Taz was caught on some other charges. And instead of him doing his time, guess what he did? Uh-huh. Yep. AR Ab sentence. AR Ab. Damn, in 2021, AR Ab was sentenced to 45 years in 2021. So he barely 4 to 5 years in to his sentence. He got 40 years left. AR Ab got 40 years left, y'all. He about to do 5. He, you know, Plus they got to give him for time served, because in 2021 he was sentenced, but he was already held in prison and all. You know what I mean? Going through trial and all of that. You get time served for all of that. So, man, that's crazy, man. And yo, Ab, 2021, y'all, he got 45 years. 45. Man, OBH. OBH. Dark Low was sentenced to 7.5 years in prison for intimidating a witness, which was Taz. Cause Dark Low, they said brung Taz in, bro. You know what I'm saying? That it just went crazy, man. And then Sean Money got killed. Sean Money is a light skinned dude. That was always with AR Ab. Sean Money. Yeah. He got killed in the middle of all of this going on. Man. They got Skinny Me. Skinny Me doing life plus what, 40? They caught Skinny Me. Skinny Me was on a run. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Yeah. It's OBH, man. Dark Low got 7.5 years. So Dark Low should be out by what, next year, if anything? Intimidating a witness. The sentence also include 1 year supervised release. So Dark Low, he should be out by next year. Skinny Me was an idiot. Yo, bro. Hey, yo, Ab, y'all seen the video? Hey, yo, Ab said, I seen him do it. I seen him do it. You see me do what? Like what? 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 Skinny Me interject and say, you ain't see me do nothing. What? You see me do what? You ain't see me do nothing. You crazy? Skinny Me is crazy for that part. Like, bro, I ain't do nothing. I don't know what he talking about, camera. Yo, crazy. Hey, y'all, Ab, I seen him do it. Crazy. Nah, I seen him do it. Where's that? You crazy. I seen him do it. You know, I ain't do nothing.
The notorious Skinny Me. That boy about 130 pounds of horror. I know he's for a fact, man. And guess what? That's what I like about Skinny Me. That's what I like about Skinny Me music, man. It's just raw. It's like reality rap. Skinny Me go through a situation, and guess what? It's gonna be in the song. He's gonna make a song about it the same day. So that's why I feel so much. I know it. When he said I killed the nigga and I did that, I seen him do it. When he says
He said when he said I killed the N word, and AR said I seen him do, like what? Hey, Skinny Me should have said, yo, hold up, yo, cut that out, yo, edit that, yo, edit out that piece, bro. That's never supposed to make past the editing floor, bro. This was a blog, bro. You could edit. Why didn't they edit out that part, bro? You know what I'm saying? Where was AR Ab? You know, henchman to say, yo, AR Ab, chill out. Yo, AR, chill out. Which, yo, AR Ab, chill out. Don't say that. Don't say that on camera, bro. Where was his men to check that out the gate? Like, yo, AR Ab, chill out. Yo, edit that part out the video. That's not making it. DA was, man, they were rubbing their hand like Birdman. Yo, RC, what's up, my guy? Salute to you, man. Mod Gang, check in. RC, what's up? RC in the building. Salute to you, my guy. Salute. Yeah, the Knicks is up 2-0, man. Game 3, Saturday. But guess where Game 3 is at? Game 3 is in New York. Everything is falling into our favor. If we got Game 3 at home in New York City, let's bring out the broom, bro. Let's get the broom. But one game at a time. But Game 3 is in New York. This is the second time, though, that we started slow and ended up winning barely. We got to change that, bro. We got to change that. We got to keep the tempo from the beginning to the end, bro. There's no way that we should be down by 20, but we end up winning the game. But the down by 20 is a habit that shows that New York is slow to start. They slow to start. Come on, man. Boston, they ain't going out like that, bro. I know it. I know they're going to come to play real vicious, bro, because they won the championship last year. So if you win the championship last year and the following year you get swept, that's going to look crazy. It's going to look like a fluke. Ain't no way y'all won last year. Now this year, y'all got swept. You better fight. They got to fight, bro. They in an uphill battle. Now all the Knicks got to do is maintain momentum, bro. That's all we got to do. Maintain momentum. We got them. Now let's maintain momentum. One game at a time. We get them out of here. We got them, bro. We set the tone. Them 2 games was us setting the tone. Word, bro. Congratulations on the Knicks. Congratulations, bro. Definitely, RC. Definitely congratulations, bro. They set the tone. And people thought it was a fluke. They said the Knicks would never be back at the semifinals. They said they could never come back there. Last year was a fluke. They could be back. We back. We figured out something. We back. The Lakers not. LeBron is not. And guess what? LeBron wasn't here last year neither. LeBron wasn't here last year neither. So we doing better than the Lakers. They got Luka for what? All that Luka hype. I'm like, they hyping it up. Luka this. The Lakers gonna win now. The Lakers is a franchise now. They got Luka in it. For what? They ain't going nowhere. My homie, a Knicks fan, he said as a New York fan, he hate all. Listen, man. Nah, man, we don't rock with Boston, Indiana, Chicago. Those are the 3 teams that the Knicks dislike. Chicago, Boston, and the Pacers, Indiana. You know what I mean? And all 3 of those teams gave us PTSD. like 20 years ago, all 3 of those teams gave us PTSD for life. Reggie Miller in the Garden when he made how many threes he made in a couple seconds, and he did the choke to Spike Lee at the Garden. What about the Bulls? When so much teams, bro. Trust me, bro. But the Pacers was the one with Reggie Miller when he taunted us for life. He destroyed the Knicks in a matter of seconds, bro. Never seen before. Yeah, Boston, nothing Boston, bro. So you best believe Boston is gonna fight. This is rivalry, bro. This is a rival. The same thing with the Pacers last year. That was a rival. And even with the Pacers last year, that's why I say we was up. We was controlling the series last year, but we happened to let it slip away. The Pacers ended up winning the series. So I hope we learn from that. Just because you control the series, don't mean you're gonna win the series. That's a lesson you gotta learn. Just because you up 2-0, don't mean you're gonna. Cause you gotta be a finisher, and the Knicks is not known for finishing, as you obviously see. This is uncharted territory again. So if we could finish this, we winning the champ. Yo, bro, if we could finish this one here, ain't nobody stopping us, bro. We got the championship. If we could only finish, we got to learn how to close the game out. Not just the game, but the series. Series got to be closed out. You up 2-0, so what? I don't care about no up 2-0. I want you to finish them. I want you to go up to the point where it's no coming back. Because the Celtics could still come back. It's not over yet. The Celtics could still come back. All they got to do is play one game at a time. That's it. One game at a time. One game at a time, right? Then they back in the series. But shout out to the Knicks, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Knicks. Doing better than the Lakers. Doing way better than the Lakers. I tell you that. The Lakers, they ain't even a franchise no more. The Lakers is a joke because of LeBron being on that team. Why did LeBron retire? LeBron, retire, man. Retire already. You got $1 billion. Why are you here? You got $1 billion, bro. Retire. This is a young man's game. You too old. You probably the oldest player. You 40-something, bro. You the oldest player. Forget that. LeBron is the oldest player. Le dinosaur. Le old man. That old man needs to retire. He need to retire, bro. Appreciate y'all for liking up the stream. I see the likes is going up. Appreciate y'all, man. You gotta work for your likes. You gotta work for the likes. You know what I'm saying? You already got work for that. Put that work in, man, for your likes. So when you know what I mean? Appreciate y'all, man. I'm watching. I'm paying attention. Congratulations, yo. But yo, we got this, bro. I promise you, bro. We in uncharted territory again, New York. Let me pray for y'all. Alhamdulillah, 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 Najee Rama. Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan, Shaka Khan. Martin shit, Najee Rama. Yo, Martin Lawrence, bro. It's funny to me that Martin is not the same person that he is in this comedy series. In the Martin show, Martin is mad funny. He's charismatic. He's everything. But in real life, that's not him. He's very reserved. He's an introvert. You know what I'm saying? So it's like two different people. He's a good actor, man. Because that Martin that plays on the TV show is not that Martin in real life. You would think he will be that person in real life. Everybody would love to have that Martin around him. Imagine that in real life, not with the cameras. He could do that. But he only does that when he's acting, bro. He could be that Martin. You know what I mean? Like, what stops him from not being the character that he was on the TV show in real life? What stops him from that? He's very funny. But in real life, he's a very serious man. On the TV show, two different aspects. Nobody want to be funny all day. You think Martin want to be clowning all day? So you gotta understand, But I just say that to say, man, that Martin show, man. I still watch the Martin show. Am I the only one that still watch the Martin show? Like, it's nothing that's, man. It's just a perfect comedy series, man. It's just a perfect comedy series. Like how they put it together is genius, man. That show should have went on forever. But of course, when money comes into the situation, bro, it causes issues. Money destroyed the Martin show. Then Martin and Gina with these accusations and this and that, and when they shooting a film or they shooting a show, Martin can't be in a room with Gina, and Gina can't be in a room with Martin. It just destroyed the whole thing, man. Money. It's always money, bro. Money is always the X factor when it comes to a situation. We were so happy poor, but when we got rich, it's like our sins got crossed. That's Jay-Z. Look, we were so happy poor, but when we got rich, it's like you get big headed and like come on, man. Like Beanie Siegel said, when you broke is when you change up. When you broke, that's when you're supposed to change and get your mind right. Not when you rich. You supposed to been had your like, man. I've been taught by lyrics in songs that you know what I mean. No drink, you know what I mean. That the lyrics that I quote is what get me through life, man. Like Jada said, man. No, what Jada Kiss said. It's a small world. You better guard your secrets. It's easy to get money, but it's hard to keep it. I never been the type to like to hound a chick. All I do is try to keep brothers around me rich. Like, come on, man. What are we talking about here, man? Never been the type like to hound no chick. All I do is try to keep brothers around me rich. Screw all of y'all. I consider y'all lames. Had to save my lunch money just to get in the game. Come on, man. What are we talking about, man? That's what I was raised on. You know what I'm saying? Lyrics that persevered through life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Had to save my lunch money. Come on, man. Then what Jada said, oh, an old head told me, if you don't save money, you're useless. All you're going to have is excuses. If you don't save money, you're useless. All you're going to have is excuses for why you can't buy this or why you can't buy that. The reason you can't buy it because you never saved up. You never stack your bread. Come on, gang. So, we was raised right. Like, we was raised from pups, bro. Pups. Even though we was in the streets, as pups, bro, we still learn. Learn, bro. You observe by watching, gang. You observe by watching. So we learn, watch, observe. Our shot come, bro. Everybody get their turn, bro. What you gonna do when your turn come? That's the question. What you gonna do when your turn come, gang? Come on, man. Know what I'm saying? What you gonna do when your turn come? You should have been on the bench. You should have been on the sideline, formulating a game plan. You always gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Yo, it's like chess, man. Chess. You gotta think before you make your move. Same thing with life. You can't be impulsive. You gotta think before you make your move. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta think ahead. It's same as chess. You gotta think ahead. So the move you make, you gotta think 5 steps ahead of that move. The pros and the cons of everything got pros and cons, bro. Everything got pros and think about it. Everything got pros and cons. Now you weigh the pros and the cons of the situation, bro. If you got too much cons, leave it alone. If you got too much pros, get with it. You know what I'm saying? These are life lessons, bro, I'm giving y'all that the teachers in school won't teach y'all. So y'all come here and get it from me. Shout out to my youngins, man. Y'all don't gotta go to summer school. You know what Wu-Tang said? This is the only summer school you need. You ain't gotta go to summer school, man. Get your education, man. From the people who ain't gonna steer you wrong, man. Every decision got pros and cons, youngins. Think about the decisions you make, youngins. It could cost you 17 years, man. 20 years. My youngins out here, man. My YNs. My jits, man. My juveniles in training. I see y'all, man. My jits. My YNs. My young hungries. My young hyenas. I see y'all, man. And y'all see me. I salute y'all. Y'all salute me. My young hyenas. I see y'all, man. My young lions. You know. You gotta make better decisions, man. Decisions gotta be, you gotta think 5 steps ahead, man. It's easy to be impulsive. It's easy to go run out with your boys and crash out. I know that's the fun part. That's fun, crashing out and being young and thinking I'm bulletproof and I'm just young and I could get plenty chances in life. A lot of young people thought that way, man, but they didn't. There was one and done. It was one and done, gang. Some of them get spared, man. Life will spare you because you young, you ignorant. So life will spare you. You young and you ignorant. But then the flip coin is sometimes it don't. It take you out the game. And then all the old people, they envious of the young people. They want your spot, bro. Like all these old people, they want to be young, bro. They see the young people and they get jealous of them. So why you think they treat y'all that way? But y'all don't trip out, bro. Y'all don't trip out, my young people. They jealous of y'all, man. They want to be young again. They want that energy, that vibrant energy. That's why they be jealous of y'all. And they, because they know it's a young person world. It's a young person world right now. Y'all got this. Now y'all got to make better decisions because everybody watching and they want y'all to crash out. Even though y'all got the most money, y'all not really educated. You know what I mean? Y'all is very prideful, and we know what happened to a prideful person. The pride always comes before the fall, bro. You always gonna fall. It happens to everybody. Shannon Sharp was trying to be young, and we see what happened to him. Shannon Sharp didn't play his role. At the end of the day, you gotta play a day role. You know what Jay said? They just wasn't playing the day role, so we had to part ways like Ben and J-Lo. I should have did it, but I've been in the days though. But when friend business put it been in the day glow, man, I forgot what we came for. Should have stayed in food and beverage. Too much flossing. Too much Sam Rothstein. But I gotta divorce him. Hove had to get the shallow up off him. No, I ain't want to be famous to necessarily go through these changes. Like that famous drug known to man is stronger than heroin. When you can look in the mirror like there I am and still not see what you become. I know I'm guilty of it too, but not like dumb. You lost one. Ain't meant to be. She love my work more than she does me. And honestly, at 23, I probably love my work more than I did she. So we ain't we, it's me and her. Cause what she prefers over me is work. That's where we differ. So I have to give her free time even if it hurts. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how much baddies I have to let go, even if it hurts. Have to give her time to serve. Time for her. Time she'll mature. And then we can be we again like we were. Finally, my time's too short to share. She lost one. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let people go, man. especially if they ain't right for the program. Shannon Sharp, he got the money. He got the money went to his head. Like, boom, you couldn't tell that man nothing. I know. Put yourself in this position, bro. You got hundreds of millions, bro. You got Super Bowl rings. Put yourself in this position. How would you be? Don't kick him. No, put yourself in this position, bro. That man got multiple rings. Hundreds of millions. Put yourself in this position. You know. Yeah, man. You say you remember that Jay song? Yeah, yeah. You know. Yeah, that JC song is serious. That song is serious. Time to go back and go forward. You say you can't run from the pain, you go towards it. Yeah, but Shannon Sharp, he in a $50 million lawsuit. Smokey Robinson, he in a $50 million lawsuit. I don't know what they doing in private life. That's why you can't idolize these people, bro. Like we don't know what Smokey doing in private life. Probably a horn dog, you know? Don't know, bro. I don't know what they doing in private life, but I know they got $50 million lawsuits looming over their head. Insane to me. That's insane to me, bro. 50 million? Sheesh. And the game just gave up 7 million. The game about to sell his house in Calabasas for $4 million. The game is gonna give Priscilla $4 million. His house is valued at 4 million. And he still gotta find 3 more million for a default judgment that was 7 million. Priscilla told them, yo, go after his house. He only gave me 500,000. Go after his house. His house is 4 million. I need that. Then I need 3 million more. Come on, man. They chose a new pope. They chose a new pope. Who's the new pope? They chose a new pope. Man, he probably old as hell too. They'll never get a young pope. Why not? Why don't they ever get a young pope, bro? Somebody who could live for at least 20 years, bro. You get all these old people, man. They ain't gonna live long. Why not get somebody? You know what I'm saying? Why not get somebody young? Like, never thought about that. Why not get a young pope? He said someone named Leo. Somebody old. Why not get a young pope? That's a that's a wise question. Why get somebody old who ain't gonna be around? Get somebody young who's gonna be around. Right or wrong? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Get somebody young, bro, who's gonna change it up. That's the problem. These old people ain't gonna change nothing. They want to keep it the old way forever. You get somebody young, he gonna shake it up. He gonna change it up. They that's why they don't like young people, bro. They gonna come and change up the program. These old people want it to be you work till you 90. That's what they want. These young people is retiring at young, bro. They retiring young. They getting this YouTube money. They getting this social media money. They changing how people get paid. These old people mad at that, bro. They mad at that, bro. Put away your camera. Oh, don't take that. They mad, salty. They want old people in these high positions to be the gatekeepers. Young person gonna shake it up. He's 79. Come on, gang. He ain't gonna get some, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. These old people with their old ways, man. Their old way of thinking, bro. That's why they don't want to get no young person. You gonna shake it up. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna like me. Cause I asked the real questions. Like, why don't y'all got no young people, y'all? A man just died of old age, and you put another person of old age in his spot? Like, bro. Yeah. They ain't gonna like me, bro. They ain't gonna like me. They ain't gonna like me. You put another old bastard in there, they ain't gonna like that. Shake it up. Word, man. Shake it up, bro. Get these old dogs out of here, man. Put them in a nursing home or something, man. I'm an old folks home, bro. There's some young blood up in here. Shake this up. Turn it up now. They don't want that. Gotta shake it up, bro. Old people had a chance, bro. The old people had a chance, and look what they did, bro. They messed it up. It's the young people who really ushered in these billions and these trillions, bro. Ain't the old people, bro. They dropped the ball. Respectfully. The old people in our generation dropped the ball, bro. It's this generation here that's really running up the bag. And I'm with them. Let's get to it. I'm with them. You know, if it don't work, you know, shit. The young people are shaking it up. Yeah, but I'm gonna holler at y'all though, man. Let me go charge up my phone, gang. Derek, RC, Mods. I see y'all, man. I'm gonna get back with y'all. Y'all have a good one. You know what I'm saying? Young people shaking it up, y'all. The game gotta pay $7 million. You know what I'm saying? He gotta sell his home. Smokey Robinson is in a $50 million lawsuit. 4 women came and accused Smokey Robinson. Shannon Sharpe is in a $50 million lawsuit. Byron Scott is like, y'all don't see the target. If you rich and you foolish, you gonna part with the money all the time. A fool and his money is always gonna part. And with that, I'm out, y'all. Peace.